Good morning, volleyball fans, and welcome to the opening day of our Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League. I'm Kayla Reyes alongside Richie Cordero as we take you through today's exciting matches. Richie?
Well, good morning, Kayla. Welcome back to the Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League, where this league is known to showcase new players, new talents, and of course, fresh faces here as we welcome them to the spotlight of quality volleyball.
Definitely, this is the perfect platform for these girls to showcase their skills as we take a look at our matches today. For our match number 1, it's the Adamson University going up against UPIS at 8 a.m. For match number 2, we have De La Salle versus Bethel Academy at 10 a.m. Match 3, California Academy versus Chiang Kai-shek at 12 noon. And for match 4, we have Bacolod Taitung High School versus the University of Santo Tomas later on at 2 p.m. And for our last match of the day, we have Naga College Foundation versus De La Salle Santiago Zobel at 4 p.m. And the Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League can be streamed or is live on Smart Livestream app, free and open to all networks, also live on Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. For those volleyball fans who would like to watch all our matches here in the GVille tournament. Now, the Premier Grassroots Tournament is back, showcasing the finest high school volleyball talent from the UAAP, NCAA, and top programs across the Philippines. 18 elite teams will be going neck and neck here to battle it out for supremacy at the Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League. For our first match of the day, we have the Adamson University going up against UPIS, led there by Shaina Netura, the MVP of the last UAAP high school. And again, our match at hand for the day, that's the Adamson University Lady or Baby Falcons going up against the University of the Philippines Integrated School. Moving on to our tournament format, we have
our 18 teams will be divided into the 4 pools. We have Pool A, Potato Corner, which will have 5 teams. Pool B, which is named RNB, who will also have 5 teams. Pool C, Peri Peri, and Shakey's for Pool D. For the tournament format, we will be having our preliminary round matches, which will be played with best of 3 sets. The top 2 teams per pool will advance to the quarterfinals, where the 8 teams will play in a crossover quarterfinals. And from the quarterfinals until the finals will all be knockout games and will be played in best of 5 sets.
now moving on to our team groupings that you were speaking of earlier, Richie. We have again Pool A, which is Potato Corner, bannered there by California Academy and De La Salle Pa. And for Pool B, we see here Naga College Foundation as well as De La Salle Santiago Zobel and FEU Diliman from the UAAP teams.
And for Pool C, which is named Peri Peri, bannering Bacolod Taitung High School and the University of Santo Tomas. And lastly, Pool D, named Shakey's, who is bannered by National University and the Adamson University.
I'll now turn you over to our floor announcer for the callouts.
Girls Volleyball Invitational League 2024. Let us now meet our participating teams for match number 1. First off, the University of the Philippines Integrated School Junior Maroons. Beginning with the team captain number 10, Janela Guarino. First libero number 14, Keira Hernandez. Make way for their teammates number 1, Nika Lagradilla. Number 2, Sofia Inandan. Number 12, Mira Leaño. Number 13, Riza Canonizado. Number 15, Anya Calio. Number 16, Chloe Long. Number 17, Natalie Cuervo. Number 18, Anya Capus. Number 20, Nina Abad. And their second libero is number 21, Caitlin David. And now please welcome the Adamson University Baby Falcons. Beginning with team captain number 3, Shaina Nitura. First libero number 11, Megan Pineda. Presenting her teammates number 1, Luriz Tudao. Number 2, Sam Candada. Number 4, Crystal Martin. Number 5, Jana Dizon. Number 6, Janine Almario. Number 7, Fia Arasa. Number 8, Abigail Segi. Number 9, Anya Baloloy. Number 10, Sean Ordonio. Number 14, Faye Sagaysay. Number 18, Isa Buhay. And their second libero is number 13, Claire Gum. Presenting our game officials for match number 1. First referee, George Soliman. Second referee, Ramil Liwa. Coaches of UPIS Junior Maroons to please proceed on the playing court for the photo opportunity.
And there we have it, both the UPIS teams and the Adamson Lady Baby Falcons announced earlier as they have their photo opportunity as it's the first game of this tournament.
Yes.
And we see on our screens here the UPIS lineup headed by Coach Andy Fiel. We have Vin Lagradilla as their outside hitter. Their setter, Chloe Long, and a lot of their key holdovers from the past UAAP season that was recently concluded just last February. And now we also have the Adamson's Lady Falcons' turn here, as well as their lineup led by Shaina Netura, their outside hitter.
Shaina Netura, also the reigning MVP and first best outside hitter in the past UAAP season. And let's also note that their setter also won as best setter, and that's no other than Sagaysay.
And there you have it, the lineup for this year's Girls Volleyball Invitational League, still headed by Coach John Philip Yude. And we'll be meeting our starters soon. And we also expect Netura of Adamson to be playing limited minutes here as she's already going to be graduating this year, and this is her basically last tournament in high school.
Well, as we said, it is a time for new players to start, so this is the perfect training ground.
Teams first.
I'll now
for
turn
the
you over
Adamson
to our floor
University
announcer once
Baby
again for the
Falcons.
starting lineup.
Middle blocker number 1, Loriz Duda. Outside hitter number 2, Sam Candada. Another middle blocker number 5, Jana Dizon. Setter number 7, Fia Arasad. Opposite hitter number 8, Abigail Segi. Outside hitter number 18, Isa Buhay. And their starting libero is number 11, Megan Pineda. Head coach of the Adamson Baby Falcons is JP Yude. And now the starting lineup for the University of the Philippines Integrated School Junior Maroons. Starting with the team captain, opposite hitter number 10, Janela Guarino. Middle blocker number 2, Sofia Inandan. Another middle blocker number 15, Anya Calio. Setter number 16, Chloe Long. Outside hitter number 18, Anya Campos. Outside hitter number 20, Nina Abad. And their starting libero is number 14, Keira Hernandez. Coaching UPIS Junior Maroons is Andy Fiel.
And there we have it, our starting unit here for the Lady Falcons. That's number 5, Dizon. Number 2, Cantada, followed by Arasan, Segi, Buhay, Tudao, and their starting libero, Pineda. On the other side of the court for the UPIS, we have Guarino, Capos, Inandan, Calio, Abad, and Long. So first to serve here is UPIS, and Long will be doing the honors. This set is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojo's now. So set 1 now underway. Richie, what can we expect from these two teams? As mentioned earlier, today is opening day.
Well, let's first see that is what we will expect from the Adamson Baby Falcons, is to first dominate because they are very familiar and it's a home court advantage for them as well.
Definitely, and home court advantage really plays a big role here. And this isn't the first time that these two squads will be going against each other. They just did in the last UAAP tournament. For Adamson, they won their first UAAP championship, if I'm not mistaken. That's a 12-0 win-loss record. And they defeated the NU National Bulldogs, the high school team, in the finals 2-0. Then meanwhile, on the other side of the coin for the UPIS girls, they were unable to win any game in the last UAAP season, but let's see if they're able to bounce back in today's match. So score is already 2-0 here for the Adamson girls. And great put away there by number 2, Cantada.
Cantada already on her second point.
So service now for Adamson here. Great serve. Overpass here by UPIS. Libero sets it up to the open, and a powerful attack once again for Cantada.
Now, Adamson is known to have very notable open spikers, and it seems to be that Cantada is another player who is stepping up for her squad.
Definitely, and she is a key holdover rather, and played in the inaugural season of the Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League just last year. And an ace here for Arasan, putting Adamson at 5-0.
It was beautiful placement coming from the service of Arasan. And it's known for setters to actually be very dominant when it comes to serving, because it's one of their only forms of attacking.
Definitely. And an opposite attack here. Another point for Adamson. Score is now 6-0 as we head on to the first technical timeout. A big lead, or early lead rather, for Coach John Yude as we take a look at this replay here.
Now we know that Abigail Segi before was an open spiker, and now we see her trying a new spot here in the opposite side, and it seems to be working out for her. So it's good for Coach JP Yude to actually have variety of spikers to be playing different positions for his team.
Definitely, and versatility comes into play here, which is really good because it gives you more options and, of course, more chances to get longer playing time, especially when you have girls like Cantada and Netura in your team. A very deep bench here for the Adamson girls.
Now let's see if that timeout actually will be in favor of the UPIS girls to break the momentum that Adamson has strongly built in this first set.
Faulty first ball there, but UPIS giving up a free ball here. Off-speed attack. Set to the opposite. And a block point coming from number 5, Dizon.
Now we see all of the players here in Adamson contributing to the points for the team.
So Arasan spending some time here at the service line, although that sails out too strong here.
The first point here for the UPIS. Now that the momentum is broken, it's good for them to maybe stabilize themselves first in their services and to receive so that they can strategize and actually compose themselves to make play sets.
Another strong attack there, but this time that one sails out. Another point here for UPIS. Great serve there coming from UPIS. That's number 20, Abad. Another point here for Adamson once again. First technical timeout of set number 1.
Enjoy only 5G data, only calls and texts, and only Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plans starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, only with Smart Postpaid. Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power All-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Adamson University Gym in San Marcelino in Manila as we witness the first game of our opening day for the Gville tournament. It's the Adamson Baby Falcons going up against UPIS here for our first match of the day. And after that first technical timeout, score is 8-2 in favor of Adamson. Make that 8-3 followed by that service error.
Actually, all of the points right now of UPIS is coming from the errors that Adamson is committing.
Great pass there by the libero.
That set was a bit too low.
Great save there. But point will be awarded here to the UPIS girls.
That was actually Long, who opted for a spike that will actually check out because she had 2 blockers right in front of her.
Great pass here. An attack from the opposite. Great pickup there by UPIS. Free ball for Adamson. And a quick attack in the middle. Another point here for Dizon.
Great communication on the part of Dizon and Arasan. She was perfectly timed for that quick attack.
Actually, Richie, for the UPIS team, we have girls or players who we should watch out for rather, such as Janela Guarino, Chloe Long, and Sofia Inandan, who also were the girls that represented UPIS in their UAAP Season 86 beach volleyball campaign.
Well, it's exciting for these players to be having their debut game here in the Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League. They actually have the chance to really bring their team forward to be more exposed to these teams, not only in Luzon but also in Bacolod and everywhere around the country.
Definitely 18 elite teams from different parts, or should I say, as what you mentioned, Luzon and some parts of Visayas as well, coming together here and really playing, trying to get more exposure and showing the talent that they've got just at a high school level. And this is the best platform to showcase all of that. As we take a look at this replay, another quick attack there coming from the Adamson Lady Falcons.
We see medyo nakakasabay na rin dito ang UPIS when it comes to blocking in the middle. And another service error coming from the Adamson University.
The service area, Anya Campos.
It's served there by UPIS and another quick attack and point here.
Now, even though that set from Arasan to that was a bit too low, she was still able to find a way to get the help from the net to get that ball over.
Scores now 11-7, still in favor of the Adamson squad. Good pick up there by the libero. Opposite attack, that one will sail out this time.
Another error for the Adamson University Lady Falcons, and actually Seggy's second error coming from an attack that would sail out.
Perfect pass there. And a drop shot there by Tudao. But great defense here shown by UPIS. Quick attack. Blocked there by UPIS. Ball still in play here. Free ball for Adamson. Another free ball given up here. And that one, or that point rather, goes to Adamson once again.
Now in that play sequence, we saw that Adamson wasn't really delivering very powerful spikes, but rather they were choosing to just drop the ball and place the balls where they think that UPIS will struggle to give them a powerful hit.
Attack here on the open side. Seggy sets it once again to Cantada, and she makes sure to take care of business this time around.
That was a beautiful set coming from Arasan. Let's see that once again. You see the confidence in her approach to actually deliver that wonderful spike.
And so far, Cantada here really doing the damage for the Adamson squad. Very efficient in the front line. Timeout once again here for UPIS. Score is now 14-8 as we take a look at this replay here.
Now let's
dapat palaan. Tara, tsagayin natin.
Was powered by Smart Live More today. Richie, what do you think or what do you think was going on in that huddle by UPIS?
Well, I think it's first to compose themselves inside of the court. Medyo nalilito sila kung anong gagawin sa loob ng court and they're struggling to produce plays.
Definitely, this is just the first game of the tournament. So maybe just a slow start here for UPIS, but let's see how they bounce back after that timeout.
Let's see, because they are going against the defending champions of the UAAP.
But so far,
And that counts as in.
at that point, a good point here for UPIS.
And even though that ball still hit the net, you saw that the intention of her body language was there to actually aim for zone 1 because she saw that nobody was guarding zone 1 for the Adamson Baby Falcons rather.
Definitely good thinking there coming from UPIS.
That
But
set was a bit too low coming from Arasan, but good thing that D-Zone is very versatile when it comes to aiming for the ball and putting it inside the other side.
And another ace here for Arasan. Really taking advantage every time she is at the service line. And second technical timeout, score is 16-9 in favor of Adamson.
Enjoy only 5G data, only calls and texts, and only Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plans starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, only with Smart Postpaid. Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more with Smart Power All-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Back to the ball game here. Score is currently 16-9 in favor of Adamson. Arasan still on that service deck. Earlier, Richie, we saw that she was also there in the last few rotations, that she really has been totaling a lot of aces in this game or in this first set.
Well, it's good that she is utilizing her time here in the service deck because she is backline and she is also the setter, which means the longer she is in the backline, the more players she has in the front, which means more selection and more variety of spikers to really show.
This serve of the game is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojo's now. Arasan sets up Cantada in the opposite, and another point here for Adamson. Score is 18-10.
Let's see that play once again. Cantada performing at any side of the court. And look at that angle, Kayla. She had 2 blockers in front of her and she was still able to find an empty spot by zone 1. Great serve coming from Cantada.
Over here for UPIS. And great attack there coming from the open spiker of the Adamson Baby Falcons.
And you see that Inandan was actually there to receive the spike from Abigail Segi, but she medyo hindi lang siya nakaposisyon when it comes to her body.
Great serve there coming from Cantada. Great target as well. This serve of the game is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojo's now.
And we see that it's not a jump float serve, it's actually an actual jump serve. So imagine the energy and the commitment you have to serve a ball like that.
Another great serve.
So much effort in her serve, just in the approach.
Adamson will bring that over. Attack here. Drop ball coming from UPIS. That was number 18, Capus. Free ball here for Adamson. Back row attack by Cantada. Great pickup by UPIS. Quick attack in the middle.
UPS finally getting the balls of Adamson and composing themselves slowly but surely.
Longest rally of the match so far. Great defense being displayed here by the UPIS squad.
Inandan. Oh, sorry, that was Abad who got that spike.
Arasan sets up the middle. Great floor defense here by the girls in maroon. And that rally finally ended. That's the longest rally of the match so far, and that point will be awarded to UPIS here. Great effort by the both ends of the floor.
Well, Arasan actually tried to opt for a quicker set but miscommunicated with her spiker. That's why she was a bit late, causing that error, giving this point to UPIS.
Attack by Segi is good. Going cross court this time.
Beautiful placement coming from Abigail Segi right there. It's actually an empty spot for the UPIS that they might want to look out for in the future, or in this game actually, because it was already third point in that exact spot.
Great attack there by UPIS. That's team captain Guardino. And attack by Inandan is good. Great quick attack coming from her.
Great timing there coming from Inandan. Medyo na lito din yung blockers ng Adamson. That's why she was able to place her ball correctly.
Great serve there as well coming from the team captain.
Great block coming from UPIS.
Free ball here for Adamson. Arasan to the open side.
Great blocking.
Off-speed attack here. Smart play coming from Segi.
Abigail Segi saw that in that sequence, they were actually getting blocked. That was 2 straight blocks coming from UPIS. That's why she was smart enough to opt for a drop ball. Well, actually a spin ball, rather, to just find that perfect spot in the middle.
Definitely varying her shots. Aside from those powerful hits that she was displaying earlier. Another free ball given up from UPIS. Attack here on the open side. Great block or net defense from UPIS. That one sails out for Adamson. Great serve there by UPIS. A lot of float this time around. And although an error coming from their setter, number 16, Long.
Well, great intention there coming from Long.
Definitely she was trying to go for that drop ball, but miscalculated the tip of the net.
Yeah, she was a bit far from the net to opt for a drop ball using her left hand.
Another service ace here for Adamson, care of Buhay.
Buhay is actually in the spot right now of China Netura, who is also their team captain, sitting right now here on their left side in the bench.
That puts Adamson at set point. Back row attack is good for Buhay. And that will do it for the Adamson Baby Falcons at set 1. Great effort here showed by the UPIS girls, really defending extremely well, especially in terms of their floor defense.
And you saw how aggressive they were with their attack points as well. That cost them that match.
First score for the first set is 25-12 in favor of Adamson.
There's nothing like winning the game.
Congrats sa promotion.
There's nothing like leveling up. There's nothing like the first face-to-face. There's nothing like meeting the fam. For great times, great memories.
There's nothing like Shakey's.
Enjoy only 5G data, only calls and texts, and only Netflix mobile on us. All with smart postpaid, powerful SIM-only plans starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, only with smart postpaid. Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Of this match between the Adamson squad versus the UPIS girls, as we see here dominance on the side of the Baby Falcons, as they are also the defending champions of the UAAP high school tournament. That's Cantada and Buhay really doing the damage on their side of the floor, and credits also to Arasan as their setter.
Well, again, the first set was actually a really good start for the Adamson Baby Falcons. Let's go over to the stats for the first set.
As we see here our stats,
We see that Adamson actually very much dominated in their attacks, 15-3 of UPIS. They were also ahead in blocks and service aces with 5 aces, but also let's note that they had 9 errors that were free points for UPIS.
but credits still to the girls in maroon for their great floor defense and great effort, as well as that leadership coming from Guardino.
The first error there coming from Inandan.
This set is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojo's now. So set 2 now underway again. Just to remind everyone that our matches in the preliminary round are best of 3. So that's first to win 2 sets here. And so far, Adamson 1 set away from their first win of the tournament.
Now this time, Sagaysay is actually playing for the Adamson Baby Falcons, and it is known for her to be a very important player in their team because she was their best setter for the UAAP Juniors division.
So Guardino really dominating here for UPIS, as she is also the team captain. So really leading and trying to get her team to start contributing more alongside her.
Yes, and sometimes those points or the first points of the match will actually make the pace for their set or for the game and the performance of her team. So it's very important for her to, show up strong and composed. But first, let's see that hit coming from Martin of the Adamson Baby Falcons, who is also going to the service deck.
That serve hits the net, but just enough to go over. A free ball here for UPIS.
And with Sagaysay, we see that Shaina Nitura, their team captain, is also in play right now and scores her first point with that off-the-block hit.
So Shaina Nitura seeing that double block right in front of her, but knowing where exactly to hit that ball to avoid the blockers.
And you see that her time to approach was actually very limited because of the sequence of that play. Miss dig there coming from Adamson. Very rare also, but good job for UPIS to perfectly place that ball.
That was Calo, if I'm not mistaken, with that point earlier. As she now serves here for UPIS. Great serve. Attack from the opposite. Capos will set up. Although her teammate was not ready in the back, so a free ball here for Adamson. That attack goes in for Guarino.
And Guarino actually finding spots that seem to go longer in the Adamson court, which is very much working for them to gaining more points. And those points are actually hard to read because as a defender, when you defend spikes, it's hard to know if it's actually going in or out. And another powerful spike there coming from Shaina Nitura. And this is the performance that we actually expect coming from Adamson.
That smart power play of the set was presented by Smart. Live more today. So Adamson still leading here by 2 points. Score is now 5-3. They are also up by 1 set. So faulty first ball here for UP. And a drop ball in the middle for Adamson is good.
Great placement there coming from Adamson, and Sagaysay activating both open spikers and middle spikers at her court.
That was Ordonio. So we can really see here Coach JP Yude fielding in his different players to, of course, get more experience and exposure in the court in preparation for their next UAAP campaign. But great block point here coming from UPIS.
And actually, in the first set, we also saw UPIS trying to stabilize their blocking system when it comes to the powerful attacks of Adamson University. And in here in that previous sequence, we see that it was actually effective already. And we see that once again in that play.
UPIS really displaying great defense. Mapa floor defense, man, or mapa net defense. You're seeing that even if they aren't able to block that ball successfully, they're able to still get some touches there.
But that one, nabasa talaga ng Adamson. So, for now, we see that both teams are going head-to-head for this game.
Score is now 8-4 in the first technical timeout.
Enjoy only 5G data, only calls and texts, and only Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plans starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, only with Smart Postpaid. Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power All access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Number 3, coming from the Adamson University Baby Falcons, only 19 years old, standing at 5'5". She is the reigning UAP Season 86 Juniors Women's Volleyball Most Valuable Player and Best First Outside Spiker.
Now, even with a height of 5'5", we see that this girl is very skillful because when we see her approach, and she actually wowed us in her previous season here with us in the Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League. She had an outstanding performance, and we are yet to see more of her here in her preparation, of course, for the higher levels of volleyball. But first, let's see that replay. That was Ordoño, who was also set up by Sagaysay.
Great serving coming here from Adamson. Another ace.
So Long trying to save that ball coming from their first ball, but unfortunately it was still very strong. And Adamson already bagging up their points coming from the service line in the past 2 sets.
Yes, in the first set we saw a lot coming from Arasan. And now this time coming from number 8, that's Segi. Although committing a service error this time around. Set to the open, that's for Netura.
A bit too wide for Netura there, but now Guarino from the back seals out. She was a bit mistimed in her approach there because the set was a bit too high for her.
So 6-point lead here for the Baby Falcons. Shaina Netura to serve. Great service there. No spin whatsoever.
Nakaabang dun ngayon si Cam.
Ball still alive here. But UP, yes, unable to bring that across the net.
Well, unfortunate because Guarino actually was able to get that serve, but Long maybe needed to call out for help in that sequence because she was still a bit far from the net. Good setup here. And right in the middle, it was a mishit, but still very effective for our number 20, Abad.
Inandan with a serve there. Attack from the open side. Really powerful attacks being displayed here. But Adamson finishing that rally there. Care of Ordoño.
A sequence of attacks coming from both Martin and Ordoño. Because without Martin's powerful spike, they wouldn't have gotten a free ball for Ordoño to attack like that.
Timeout now called by UPIS, who are still trailing here in the second set.
Malayo sa setter. Pag naabot niya yun, hindi siya makaka-play. So tulungan niyo na. You will the closest one. Tulungan mo na. Kailangan alam mo na yun. Nagkakandarapan eh. Huwag niyo na hayaan na habulin niya. Pag malayo na, tulungan niyo na siya. Tara, tara. Tara, tara.
Now Richie, second set almost at the halfway point. What do you think Adamson is doing right here?
Well, I think they are doing right because they are very aggressive when it comes to their attacks. They've had that composure, the same composure they had in the first set. But in the side of UPIS, I think it's believed that they still need to get those first balls to their setter so that the setter can still produce plays that will be effective against the Adamson Baby Falcons. For now, Ordoño is still in the service deck for the Adamson Baby Falcons.
Score is 14, serving 6 in favor of the Baby Falcons. Attack here by Inandan, opting for that off speed, but read well by Adamson. Free ball here for UPIS.
Another spike there coming from Martin. And you see that she's not the tallest of players, but she perfectly times herself to fly enough and have so much power to produce that spike.
That smart power play of the set was presented by Smart. Live more today.
Imagine she had 2 blockers in front of her and she was fearless coming in that play. Ball touches the line there for Guarino, their team captain as well. Setter Long now on the service deck for UPIS.
Long setting up. Inandan at the back, and that one is successful for jersey number 2.
Good serve there from Long. Onitura just placing that ball in zone 1 for UPIS.
Yes, that set was quite too low for her at the back row. But another point here for the Adamson Baby Falcons. Second technical timeout. Score is 16-8, still in favor of the Baby Falcons.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus Unli TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power All-access data now up to 90 days. Load now. Enjoy Unli 5G data, Unli calls and texts, and Unli Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plans starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online. Only with Smart Postpaid.
Of the game, magload na sa inyong suking tindahan. There we have it, our Baby Falcons, who are up 1 set and currently still leading here in this second set, 16-8. Collaborative effort from majority of the girls being fielded in.
I actually have to commend both setters, Arasan and Sagaysay of the Adamson Lady Falcons, the Adamson Baby Falcons rather, because she was able, as you said, it was a collaborative effort. She was able to activate all of her spikers in the first set for Arasan, and now Sagaysay is doing a really good job also activating all of her spikers as well. But first, that beautiful block coming from Guarino of the UPIS.
Guarino really stepping up here for the UPIS squad, taking charge. And we also have assistance coming from Long as their playmaker and Inandan, some of their seniors in the team. Someone touched the net, and that was on the side of UPIS, so point here for the Baby Falcons. So score is 17-9 in the second set.
Now we need that first ball coming from UPIS. Medyo naangat dito.
That one long for Inandan. That was number 18, Capos rather. Point will remain with the Baby Falcons here.
But we saw the intention there coming from UPIS. A while ago, they were actually getting their points coming from long balls that were very near the end line of the court. So I think that was her intention in that previous sequence.
Great reception there by Inandan. Perfect pass to the setter. Point here for UPIS. is currently 18-10. Adamson with an 8-point lead here. Pass there by Netura.
2 consecutive errors there coming from Netura, and this is an image we don't usually see coming from her.
Her intention was to bring that ball to zone 4, although miscalculating it this time around.
Well, now let's see, because she's actually looking to redeem herself in that sequence.
And right on cue, Richie, Netura with another point here.
And she seems to be just placing her balls in the previous sequences, because the Netura that we know and that we're familiar with usually bounce balls. Yeah, and like you really hear the you really know when it's her attacking. So let's see if she's going to be performing like that in this game today.
So set to the back row, powerful hit there.
By Martin.
Opposite attack, a bit too short. Opposite set, rather.
Good timing on the block, but I think that her hands were positioned wrong there. So that ball sailed out, and good for UPIS. I believe that was Capus who had that attack.
On the service deck here for UPIS, we have Guarino. Netura to attack. Another powerful bomb coming from China Netura.
Let's see that play once again. Textbook volleyball, she had a beautiful approach, but I think she was still missing that hit coming from her hand.
Better reception here for UPIS. Back row attack goes to the net here. Score is now 21-12. Timeout called by UPIS here. That huddle was powered by Smart. Live more today.
Now in that huddle, we actually saw from the actions that Coach Andy Fiel was giving to his players was to receive the ball first, because you won't be able to produce the attacks that you want to gain points if we don't start with a good receive.
Definitely, and Adamson really serving aggressively ever since the first set and continuing to do so here, really challenging that reception of UPIS. Free ball here for the Baby Falcons. Netura with that powerful attack that you were just speaking of earlier, Richie.
Let's see that once again. And we know that Netura is known for her fabulous approach and placement when it comes to her ball, because she gets so high up that she is able to see the empty spots in the court of her opponent. A beautiful serve. Great net presence there, but good for Abad for still getting that ball up. But another free ball coming from UPIS.
And back row attack sails out here for Adamson. Point for the girls in maroon.
Now Martin trying to place that ball, but unfortunately miscalculating where that line just ends.
Costly service error there by new substitute number 13 from UPIS. That's Canonizado. Great serve once again, this time coming from China Natura. So that puts Adamson at match point here. One more point away from winning their first match.
Beautiful reception here from UPIS.
That attack will sail out for Adamson. So UPIS still alive here.
UPIS setter Long has two options now for her attackers. We have Abad and Hernandez. Martin now for the kill.
Long. Free ball here for Adamson. Attack from the middle is good for number 10, Ordonio.
Let's see that play once again. And it's very costly because UPIS gave a lot of free balls, which caused that play to happen for Adamson. And a good finish there coming from Ordonio of the Adamson Baby Falcons.
So the Adamson Baby Falcons winning their first match on the opening day in their home court here in the Adamson University gym.
Now UPIS, maybe this wasn't their game. This wasn't the game that they expected or wanted to have, but we still have a very long season ahead of them that they can still redeem themselves and still have the same exposure of the best teams here in the Philippines.
We'll be right back for stats in just a bit.
There's nothing like winning the game.
Congrats sa promotion.
There's nothing like leveling up. There's nothing like the first face-to-face. There's nothing like needing the fam. For great times, great memories.
There's nothing like Shakey's.
Enjoy only 5G data, only calls and texts, and only Netflix mobile on us. All with smart postpaid, powerful SIM-only plans starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, only with smart postpaid. Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now. Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power.
By Shakey Super Delivery, Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojo's now. So Adamson taking this win 25 to 13, 25 to 14, winning in straight sets versus UPIS. And we're here with our Shakey's player of the game, that's Sam Cantada. As we take a look at her highlights here, really displaying power and smart placements here versus the UPIS girls.
Well, with the various attacks coming from Adamson Baby Falcons, Sam Cantada was actually the one who led in the points and gave her team the confidence because of her performance here in today's match.
Really stepping up big time for this win. We're here with our Shakey's player of the game, Sam Cantada. Hi Sam, congratulations on today's win. Great performance as well. We just wanted to ask a few questions. Can you share with us what coach said to your team before heading into this game?
Ang sinabi niya lang po sa amin, always do your best kay Lord. And i-enjoy lang po namin yung game namin since bago po yung nasa first six po namin.
Definitely everyone really contributing here for the Adamson Baby Falcons.
Okay, now Sam, I want you to describe your performance as a team and siguro individually also to be able to win this match today.
Sa akin po, ang ginawa ko po ngayon, alam ko pong may kulang pa po at may mas lalabas pa po. And may kailangan pa rin po talagang i-improve. Yun po, kailangan din po talaga namin mag-step up. Yun po, kasi po wala na po sila siya. Ina po, yun po.
Siyempre, maraming nanonood at sumusuporta sa inyo. Pwede ka bumati sa kanila ngayon.
Una-una po, gusto ko magpasalamat kay Lord po kasi binigay po sa amin tong panalo pong to. And gusto ko rin po mag-thank you sa Adamson community, sa Akari po, na lagi po nag-support po sa amin. And sa coaches po, kay PT, kay Kuya na lagi po nag-aalala po sa amin din po kapag sa training po. And sa family ko po na nandyan, kay Mama po, kay Daddy Mandy, sa mga nanonood po, kay Papa po, sa kapatid ko po, at sa kaibigan ko po. Maraming salamat po sa pag-suporta po sa akin araw-araw. Ay sa training. Yun lang po.
Thank you and congratulations again, Sam Cantada, on
Thank
that
you po.
outstanding performance, as well as to the Baby Falcons for winning their first match on opening day. Let's check out our Smart Powered Up plays brought to you by Smart Power All 99. Load now. Again, we see here, first set, a dominant start for the Adamson Baby Falcons. Cantada and Buhay displaying so much power and so much volleyball IQ here, and credits as well to Arasan as their starting setter. So that set ended up 25 to 13. Moving on to set 2.
Now, set number 2 was a better start here coming from the UPIS girls, but we also saw that Adamson had a different set of players and they were able to gather themselves up and actually dominate in that set. We had a bit of blocks coming from UPIS, but quickly adjusted by Adamson University. And you see that UPIS, their team captain, Guarino, actually performed well, producing a bit of spikes, but Adamson still variating their attacks and good placement with powerful serves that had that game in their side.
Definitely great effort coming from the girls in maroon as we take a look at the statistics here.
Now, same with the first set, it's seen that overall in our statistics, the 28 attack points of Adamson really had their game going, and they were also ahead in the service aces with 9 service aces to their points. But we see that both teams actually created and produced multiple errors, 10 coming from UPIS and Adamson with a big 14. And those are also 14 free points for UPIS in this game.
So Adamson really outscoring UPIS here in this attack department. For our remaining matches of the day, we have De La Salle pa versus Bethel Academy with their debut game in just a bit. And then we have California Academy versus Chiang Kai-shek at 12 noon. Bacolod Taitong High School versus UST at 2 p.m. And for our last match, we have Naga College Foundation going up against De La Salle Zobel later on at 4 p.m. And up next, the De La Salle Pa squad going up against a new team here in the Gville tournament. That's Bethel Academy. It was a while Again, I'm Kayla Reyes. Together with Richie Cordero, we'll be back for some more volleyball action.